Renato Sanchez. Can he put it in? Well, the bar can be the goalkeeper's best friend. Happy to take on the shot. Oh yes, a goal! Here's Renato Sanchez. Oh, he's gone for goal. Goodness gracious me! How about that for technique? Shots up. Firing it in. And a goal! Just what the fans wanted to see. For that chance to level the game. In behind for him to chase. Oh, can you believe this? And a goal almost bewitching in its beauty.
Fantastic free kick.
Chiesa, and he takes it on. Oh, tremendous goal! For the short one. Oh, he's gone for goal! Oh, a goal! There it is! Under Arnold. Will it happen for them? Sanchez. And there it is! Another goal! The watchwords. Renato Sanchez with it now. And there it is! The opening goal! Jones on the ball. Giving it a try. And a goal! Not bad for starters! Decisive pass. A goal! An exceptional performance. A short one. Can he find the net? Oh, a goal for Liverpool. There he goes, Chiesa. And now passing it through. And a goal! The opening statement of this semi-final. Salah. And a goal here! There it is! They've done it! Firmino. Oh, a goal! Well, maybe we shouldn't be surprised.
What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool career mode episode, and this will be the season review of season 4 where we have won the mini quadruple because we have won the Premier League, we have won the European Super Cup final, we lost the Community Shield final, so it could have been even 5 trophies, but we have won the European Super Cup final, we have won the League Cup final against Newcastle. As you can see, we beat Barcelona, last season's Europa League winners, and we also managed to win the Champions League on penalties against Bayern Munich. Make sure to watch that game if you haven't already. It's an absolute classic Champions League final. And before we look through the save, I want you guys to recommend me transfers to do in the summer transfer window. I have a lot of players in the transfer shortlist, some of our ex-players of course that I'm following their careers, and one of the transfers that I'm looking to buy is Fabio Carvalho, who is looking like a very good player. He is lightning quick. He could even play as a striker because he has 86 finishing. Oh wow, this guy will definitely be one of the Bobby Firmino replacements. Tao Long is one of our former youth academy players. He's at the moment at Chelsea and I want to sign him when he is good enough to play for the first team. At the moment I think we have enough forwards, but maybe when Salah and Mane gets phased out, maybe after next season, after season 5, maybe this guy can come in and play for us. He already has brilliant finishing and ball control, and we might sign Ozan Kabak as well to replace Montes, who really hasn't convinced me, and Ozan Kabak is rotting away at Udinese. We will also get a backup goalkeeper like Meslier, and also my other favorite youth career player, Ed Guy. What a guy that is. I'm really looking forward to using him next season. He has 78 finishing already. But first I want to run through the squad report. So Diogo Jota was by far away the best player of the season. He has been absolutely incredible. Last season he scored like 33 goals. This season he scored 37. So that's like 70 goals in 2 seasons. That's 35 goals on average. Wow, Diogo Jota is putting up Mo Salah kind of numbers, and to be fair, he's 92 rated, so that's expected. Luis Diaz also, what a signing he has been. He only improved by 1 because he's 28, but still, it's 20 goals and 27 assists. Is absolutely brilliant, and I think they still have a good 4 or 5 years at Liverpool. Mo Salah has started going down in his rating and he had a mini goal drought, but still 20 goals and 15 assists is very respectable. And Chiesa, I expect more from Chiesa this season. He scored 19 goals, which is overall is a brilliant season, but in the first half of the season he was, sometimes a substitute player because Sadio Mane was playing so well. But when Mane got injured, Chiesa got into the team and he never looked back. He scored so many goals. Mane already went down by 2 rating points. So I think I will play Mane as maybe an attacking midfielder, just like Bobby Firmino is now only 84 years old. I think I will give these guys one more season. We will see the next generation of players coming through. Renato Sanchez also played a lot of the season as a defensive midfielder because of Fabinho's 2-3 month injuries, but that's why he only has 9 goals. Normally he scores like 15-20 goals from midfield and he is still improving. He went up by 2 points. Doku also a very good season, only 28 games. I should play him more often next season. He will be probably Chiesa's backup on the right wing alongside Sadio Mane, of course. And Harvey Elliott also a very, very good season, 7 goals and 8 assists. Curtis Jones, 7 goals and 9 assists, very similar numbers. Song Min-kyu is another brilliant forward player. He only scored 1 goal for us. His other goal came for Atalanta in the Champions League, where he was on a 2-year loan. So next season the jury will be out for Song Min-kyu, and if he doesn't produce greater numbers, I probably should play him more often, to be fair. But if he doesn't produce, if he doesn't score enough goals, then I will definitely sell him at the end of the season. And of course Trent Alexander-Arnold, the best right back in the world, his rating reflects that. He's now 93 rated, and Naveda only scored 1 goal. I'm expecting a little bit more from Naveda as well, but I think that 1 goal came against Arsenal in the last minute and it was a winning goal, so effectively that resulted in a 2-point plus for us. So Naveda effectively won us the Premier League title, you can say that. And Jude Bellingham played mostly as a defensive midfielder. That's why he only has 1 goal and 4 assists. And Jula Farkas also was on loan at Crystal Palace, where he developed and grew by 3 rating points. Alisson played pretty much every game. Next season we will have a backup goalkeeper. Meslier, I think, is a really good transfer. And Virgil van Dijk is also going down in his rating. So I'm thinking about maybe we could get a world-class centre-back in the summer as well. So leave your recommendations in the comments below. I'm definitely not selling Van Dijk, but he might be 86 or 85 rated at the end of next season, so we might need a replacement for Virgil van Dijk, but at the moment he's still world class, 88 rated, just like Joe Gomez, who is now a better centre back than Virgil van Dijk. Absolutely brilliant that he grew by 1 point. Tsimikas also very good backup left back. Robertson was out injured for a long time, and that's why Tsimikas played so many games. Konate also pretty decent backup, and Neco Williams as well, pretty good backup players, but they haven't grown, which is a little bit concerning. And Neco Williams at 24 pretty much reached his full potential already. And Montes, I'm not really impressed by him. He only played 24 games. I think we need a better backup centre back. Even though he's 8 rated, he's pretty decent. Fabinho also only 22 games because of 2 injuries, and that's why his rating went down to 87. Hopefully he can grow that back, just like Henry Robertson, who suffered a big ACL injury, I think at the beginning of the season, so he only played 20 games. His rating also is only 87 now, and he's still, he probably will grow that back if I play him correctly. Jorge Sanchez, he's on the transfer list. I think I will sign a backup right back. And Jordan Henderson retires at the end of the season. He went down to 76 rated. He only played 8 games this season as a bit part player. And I don't understand, this guy had like 80 plus potential. He has been on loan for 2 years and he hasn't grown 1 rating point. So his rating got glitched probably. Billy Kumatio also went up to a 70 rated player. And let's actually check some of the youth academy players. Bobby Brown is going to be our future #1 goalkeeper. He is so good. He has like 19 to 94 potential. but we need to loan him out. And we have some, young players who have grown a lot, like Nathan Cummings. Oh my goodness, from 61 rated at the beginning of the season to 73 rated. What a young player he is. Charlie Collins from 66 to 74 rated. Absolutely brilliant. And these guys will keep being on loan. I mean, Cummings already has 75 finishing, so he could even play for us if we didn't have already a brilliant team. Jacob Venice, I think, is going out on loan as well, so I expect his growth to be accelerated as well. And we have some players for sale as well, but William Marshall also is growing, and Jula Farkas is a very good fast winger with pretty decent finishing. He is also slowly growing. Isaac Draper also has brilliant potential, but I expect his growth to be accelerated as well. This guy hasn't grown that much, which is a real shame. But Noah Kemp, oh my goodness, I can't wait until this guy gets back from his loan spell, because from 65 rated he went up to 73 rated. Absolutely brilliant, already 69 finishing. And Arthur Bacon, another really funny name from the youth academy, is also growing as well. But of course we need these young players to grow even more so they can be a real feature in the first team in the future. And Marcelo Pitaluga, of course, he's also on loan, and I keep loaning him out and keep growing him. Hopefully one day he will be good enough to be our backup goalkeeper, but he needs to grow at least to 80 rated. And Sap van den Berg, who also got a new picture, he went up by 1 rating point, sadly only one. Shame that he didn't grow by more. So the FA Cup was won by Manchester City on penalties against Everton. That is pretty awesome, because I didn't want Everton to win another trophy since 1995. We lost to Everton in the semi-finals, which really hurt, because I think Everton played with 10 men for like 60 minutes. We just couldn't break them down. And yeah, thankfully Everton didn't win the final. We knocked out Arsenal and Chelsea en route to the FA Cup semi-finals. Next season I will try to win the FA Cup, but I already won it previously. In the previous rounds we knocked out Hull City, and also we scored a 4 against Chelsea. And in round 3 we knocked out Bournemouth 3-0, which is pretty decent. And in the League Cup it was a surprise final against Newcastle United. I mean, they really run us close, and also Newcastle making the final was a big surprise. We knocked out Manchester United in the semi-finals, and then we scored 6 against Hull City, we scored 6 against Norwich, so we had a lot of fun in the League Cup. We scored 5 against Barnsley, so that was really fun. League Cup run to the final. We beat Barcelona in the UEFA Super Cup final as well, and of course I already showed you the Champions League campaign, that we beat Bayern Munich and Leipzig, Wolfsburg and Barcelona before that. What a run to the Champions League final we had, and especially that 5-1 no-camp victory in Barcelona was my favorite game of the whole Champions League, apart from probably the final, which was just so tense, so nerve-wracking, but I really enjoyed every minute of it. The ultimate difficulty is like the perfectly hard difficulty for me. And also for this career mode, I think it makes the games a lot of fun, because I score a lot of goals, but I also concede a lot of goals. Chelsea had a brilliant run in the Europa League, and next season they will try it in the Champions League as well to get to the final. But at least if they are in the Europa League, at least they won it. So Chelsea fans can be happy about that. And Chelsea also got lucky that they won on penalties against Young Boys. That is a big surprise, that Young Boys forced Chelsea to play until penalties as well. And yeah, Chelsea started in the Europa League, so just like Atletico Madrid in the Conference League, they took a competition seriously and they managed to win it. So congratulations to Chelsea, even though I don't really want to see them, winning any trophies. It's FIFA, so I don't really mind. And Leeds United also had a good run in Europe, but they got knocked out by Rennes in the round of 16. I think Leeds United last season, won. I think they qualified through the league, and Atletico Madrid won the Euro Conference League as well. So after winning the Europa League. In real life, they won the Conference League on FIFA, and they knocked out Lazio 5-4 on aggregate. And Marseille and Sporting had a good run to the semi-finals as well. And Hibernian went to the round of 16, the Scottish little smaller club. And Tottenham also got knocked out by Sporting. That's quite embarrassing to Tottenham, to be honest. And Ferencváros, the Hungarian champions, got knocked out in the last 32. And yeah, Tottenham only going to the last 16 is a big disappointment for them. Just like their whole season, they did a classic Spursy Tottenham season. They didn't even qualify for Europe. And also want to show you guys the top scorers charts in the other competitions. We already showed you the Premier League top scorers charts. So in the FA Cup, Timo Werner was the top scorer from Everton. Obafemi of Swansea was second. Wow, that's a surprise. We didn't really have a top scorer in the FA Cup, but we had Luis Diaz, Jota and Henderson as the top assist guys. So at least assist-wise, we had 3 guys up there. And in the League Cup it was different, because in the League Cup we scored a lot of goals. And Curtis Jones from midfield was the top scorer. Now that is a surprise. Mane and Jota also got 4 goals each, and Diaz and Harvey Elliott scored 3 goals each. And look at that, 4 Liverpool players in the top assist charts at the top. That is absolutely brilliant. And we didn't really have like Alisson only kept 1 clean sheet in the League Cup. In the UEFA Super Cup, it was Diogo Jota who scored 2 goals. And I already showed you the Champions League top scorers, so let's move on to the Europa League, where Oyarzabal was the top scorer, and there was 2 Bruges players on 7 goals. And Dominik Szoboszlai, the Hungarian playmaker, is playing for Roma in this career mode save, so that is interesting. And of course Chelsea won the trophy, but they didn't really have a top scorer. Lukaku, Icardi and Pulisic shared the goals around, but Chelsea had Lukaku as one of their top assist guys. Filip Kostic got the most assists in the Europa League, and the Frankfurt goalkeeper got the most clean sheets, even though they lost the final of Frankfurt. They had a good run. And in the Conference League, Atletico Madrid players dominate the top scorers chart, but Rafa Mir and Koita, players from Marseille and Lazio, share the top scorers award, which here are the top assists in the Conference League. And Nick Pope, the ex-Burnley goalkeeper, is playing for Sporting. That's interesting. Oblak only kept 3 clean sheets in 13 games. That's a little bit of surprise, considering how many bad teams are in the Conference League. And also Norwich, West Brom and Burnley got promoted from the Championship. Oh no, I'm not sure if Burnley got promoted, but Norwich and West Brom definitely, and one of the top 6, so either Burnley, Fulham, Bristol City or Blackburn Rovers. I would want to see maybe Bristol City or Blackburn get promoted, just to have a new fresh team in the Premier League next season. And this season I think we have been pretty moderate with our transfer business. We actually only signed Luis Diaz. That was the only major transfer that we did in the summer. We sold Joel Matip. We sent out a bunch of players on loan. We sold Ben Woodburn. As you can see, he is 74 rated only, so he wouldn't play at us. And we sold, of course, Vlahovic, who went to Barcelona, and we knocked out Vlahovic with Barcelona, with our Liverpool team. And this was maybe a mistake. He went to Torino on loan, and they had an option to buy him, because he just wouldn't go on loan unless I inserted an option to buy clause in his contract. And what business did Torino do? I mean, they signed a player for 7 million who is now worth 63 million. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff. And of course we sold Reece Williams, who is just not good enough, and Jack Kane, who is just not good enough either. And the board is pretty happy with our season. They have a 76 manager popularity rating for me. We didn't complete this youth development objective because it's almost impossible to play a youth academy player in 50% of the games when you are actually going for winning all the trophies. Of course, we got 14 matches without defeat at home games. I tried to expand the club in Asia with signing, players from South Korea, but it just didn't really work out. And we we kept the salary growth under 10%, which wasn't a problem. We managed to win the Premier League, we didn't win the FA Cup, but we won the Champions League. So I think the board can be more than happy with my contribution. And I mean, overall, we have won so many trophies. We have 2 Premier League titles in 4 seasons. We have 3 Champions League trophies in 4 seasons. And we also won 3 League Cups and 1 FA Cup, if I'm not mistaken. And we scored 599 goals already in 243 games. Wow, that is absolutely astonishing. But also defensively we need to improve, because we conceded a lot of goals, 338 goals. And this was the season. I mean, we won 4 trophies, and also we lost the Community Shield final, and we went to the FA Cup semi-finals. So it was a hugely successful season where we scored 164 goals in 64 games. And I mean, the board should be over the moon with us, because we made the club a profit of £533 million, because we earned almost £800 million. Most of them was prize money and also merchandising. We sold almost more than 400 million merchandising, and we also made a profit in the transfer market. That will change next season. I think I will spend a lot more on transfers next season, because the squad needs freshening up. But actually we made a profit in the transfer market, which is quite brilliant. We sold more than 8 million shirts. That is brilliant. Jota, Salah and Chiesa were the highest selling shirts. And I mean, look at our transfer budget. It's absolutely obscene. We have almost 500 million to spend in the summer. That shouldn't be true, by the way. That they should tweak it. And let's also run through the Premier League. Even though Bournemouth got relegated, our former player Dominic Solanke was their top scorer. Arsenal's bad season was mainly down to them just not scoring enough goals. Griezmann is getting too old, he's going down, and Darwin Núñez only scored 9 goals all season in the league. He should have really scored more goals, I think. Anthony Martial is also now 29 years old, and it's weird to see him in an Arsenal shirt. I mean, Aston Villa had a bigger top scorer than Arsenal. Even Brentford, who stayed up pretty convincingly. Inaki Williams for Brighton and Patson Daka. These are really, really good players. And Christian Pulisic, amazingly, was the top scorer for Chelsea. He is now a world-class player. But Lukaku and Antony, the Brazilian, also really contributed massively to the Chelsea cause. But thankfully, we pipped them to the title. Timo Werner also, pretty weird to see him at Everton. With 16 goals, he was their top scorer. And Isaac was the top scorer for Leicester City. He's a brilliant player as well. And you already saw our league top scorers look like this, but you already know our top scorers. Diaz, Salah and Jota were our top scorers, but Mane and Chiesa were pretty close as well. And amazingly, Raheem Sterling was the top scorer for Man City and not Phil Foden or Osimhen or Moise Kean. Moise Kean got a big injury in the Community Shield final, so he only played 13 games. For Man United, it was the winger Leon Bailey, interestingly, and not somebody like Jadon Sancho, who is a much better player. And Jack Pryor, their youth academy player or regen player, only 22 but 87 rated. Wow, he scored 13 goals. There will be a big season for him. And Cristiano Ronaldo is going down in rating. He's only 83 rated now. For Newcastle, it was Amin Gouiri. He's also a very good French striker. And let's see if there are... Okay, so Sheffield United also stayed up comfortably thanks to Ryan Brewster, another our former player. Facundo Farias is a brilliant player. I have him in my Schalke career mode, which will be uploaded later on during the season on my channel. But Southampton still finished bottom of the league. But I'm sure with that squad they will bounce back up. And how old is Harry Kane now? He's 31, so he will start going down probably. Heung-min Son already started going down. He starts at an 89 rated, now he's only 87. And Raul Jimenez only scored 2 goals. Wow, that's a surprise. And yeah, West Ham had Mavi Didi, who is an 80 rated player, as their top scorer, and Wolverhampton also had a pretty good season. Oh wow, Florian Kruger plays for them. That's interesting. He's a very talented German striker. The French league was won by PSG. Lille and Monaco also qualified for the Champions League. Lyon couldn't make it to the Champions League. And Marseille is out of Europe, even though they made it to the Conference League final. Now that is a surprise that Marseille didn't even make it into Europe. And let's see in the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich won the league. As always, they always win it. Leverkusen, Dortmund and Leipzig qualified for the Champions League. Frankfurt again will be in the Europa League. They couldn't win the Europa League, so they didn't qualify for the Champions League. Chelsea beat them in the final, so that must be heartbreaking for Frankfurt. And Wolfsburg didn't even make it to Europe. Juventus won the Serie A. That almost seems to happen always. And amazingly, Napoli and Lazio didn't qualify for Europe. This time Sassuolo made it to the Europa League, and Atalanta made it to the Champions League. Wow, I would love to get Atalanta in the group stages. The Dutch league was won by Feyenoord. Now that is a surprise. Usually PSV or Ajax win it, but Feyenoord made history by winning it for the first time in a long time. In Portugal, Benfica won the league ahead of Porto and Sporting. The Scottish League was won by Celtic. It's always either Celtic or Rangers. Nobody even comes close. And let's see finally the Spanish League table. Real Madrid won the league ahead of Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and Real Sociedad qualified for the Champions League. And Sevilla are not even in the top 10. Wow, that is a shock. Valencia and Villarreal qualified for Europe, and Sevilla are down in the bottom half of the table alongside their city rivals Real Betis. Next season I might do a Real Betis career mode because they are my favorite team in Spain actually. And that's it for the season review of season 4 of the Liverpool career mode. In the next episode we will start making transfers. Really looking forward to that. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Good night.